Ya falta menos para el 9 de octubre. Va a ser una fiesta espectacular porque Kiss FM cumple 20 años. 20 años con la mejor música de los 80, los 90 y mucho más. Y lo hemos querido celebrar por todo lo alto en el Within Center de Madrid con una fiesta increíble, un conciertazo único. Porque una vez más se va a reunir su público con Thomas Anders y Mother Talking. Y no solo eso, sino que además también estará Sandra. Va a ser una fiesta de los 80 increíble a la que no puedes faltar. Y nosotros queremos adelantarla hablando con uno de sus protagonistas, uno de los más importantes sin duda alguna, Thomas Anders, que lo tenemos aquí, ¿sí? Hello.
Now we're in.
Oh my God. Hello. Can you see
Hi.
me? Can you see me perfectly?
Yeah, and you can see me, right?
Right. Very handsome, very smart, as always.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The first, thank you very much for being here with us with Kiss FM at Spain. Thank you very much for this interview. So kind
You're welcome.
So kind of you. How are you? First question is very simple. How are you right now?
Well, I'm fine. I'm battling a bit with a cold, but everything is fine. I have no corona. Everything is wonderful,
okay.
and I just come back from my US tour in August and had several shows in between. And this weekend I have my big international fan day here in Germany, and then I'm going this month to Romania and to Dubai, and then I'm heading for Madrid.
Yeah. A traveling boy, as always. Yes.
Thank you for the boy.
But your visit to Spain is so close, October 9th. Are you so excited, as I know the fans are, being so close to that time? Are you excited? It's a very special moment for you.
Yeah, no, it will be the first time for me in Madrid.
Yeah.
And this makes it very exciting.
Yeah.
Because, I love Spain. I have a house in Spain on the island of Ibiza. So I'm pretty close to the nation, and I love the people, and I love Madrid, I love Barcelona, and the way the people are, the way they're feeling life. This is completely different than we Germans do. So the Germans are always very strict and very disciplined and very correct. And in Spain, it's hombre, chica. It's very easy.
I think it's true. Well, Kiss FM celebrates 20 years with the best 80s, 90s, and 2000 music. And of course, Mother Talking is very important part of that history, part of our memory, part of our heart, and part of our present time, because Mother Talking music and Sandra music is alive and kicking. You are gonna get the whole Within Center arena of Madrid full of people, more than 11,000 people dancing, singing your songs. What a party, Thomas, it's going to be. It's going to be the time of our life.
Yeah.
Could it be an historic concert, Mother Talking and Spanish audience meet again? Could it be?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so that the people will have, will enjoy it, because I'm going to sing, lots of hits, nearly every hit from Modern Talking and my program. It will be a very big show, a long show. And I have a little surprise for you, but I don't want to talk about that.
I know. A little. No, please, some words.
No.
Why? Why?
No, then it's no surprise anymore.
Okay. Well, and the fans deserve to stay here in this interview anyway. So let me to take this piece of paper, because in this paper I have a friend of mine who is very, very passionate fan of you. Her name is Mari Carmen. Mari Carmen is from Barcelona, and Mari Carmen is going to represent all the fans in Spain. Okay, so Mari Carmen had put down here in this piece of paper a lot of questions for you. Is the fans questions, okay? And the very first one is, which is your favorite Mother Talking song, and why?
This is a question.
It's difficult.
Yes, it's difficult. Yes, yeah. I really can't say, because I love nearly all of our songs, and if you're talking about the hits, that would be the same like you asking father, which of your children is the one you love more. So every song has a special character, and if I would say, maybe to give a little tiny answer, the most the most important song for me is You're My Heart, You're My Soul.
Oh yeah.
Because with this song, the complete story starts. and so my life changed
Yeah.
with this song. So there was a change from 180 degrees
Yeah.
in my life, and it just turned out in a different way. So this is a very important song. But I love Sherry Lady, I love Brother Louis, and even not the singles, No Face, No Name, No Number. I love it. So
Yes,
I
but
love it.
this one is, I think, is the most important for your career. Think so.
Yes.
You're my heart, you're my soul. How this song was born? Do you remember the inspiration or the first steps to produce this song and to interpret it?
It was by it was, by, I don't want to say by mistake. It was because I was talking to Dieter Bohlen, he was my producer, and I was singing in German language then, and during that time, and I said I would love to sing an English song, and he said, well, but we don't have an English song. Maybe you give me some time, I will think about it. And he went to summer vacation, and he came back, and I had a date with him in the studio because I was supposed to sing my new songs in German language. And I had already done my singing, but I still had time for my flight back home, more than 3 or 4 hours.
Yep.
And he said, well, I've wrote a song. I've written a song. I wrote a song. And maybe you have the time to sing it. And this song was You're My Heart, You're My Soul.
Yeah.
And so he gave me 15 minutes, and I was listening to the song.
Wait. 50 minutes? Just that? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, incredible.
Yes. It was very quick. And the song was done.
Yeah.
And we never, ever expected that this song would change our lives.
All Europe and half of the world was dancing that
Yes.
song. It was
Yes.
incredible. And now that nobody is listening us, what is the secret of Mother Talking? Why did you get that success? What is the secret? Is there any secret formula?
I don't think there's a formula, because I think we have some ingredients. And this is something, but that doesn't mean if you will take these ingredients from other people, it will work. But I think that we have very, very simple melodies.
Yeah.
Melodies that nearly the infants, the children from the school, the tiny ones, can sing. Because I heard it by myself once when my son was in the preschool. He was 4 years old, and I went picking him up for lunch, and I listened that the children were singing Sherry Sherry Lady, and that shows me that it's so simple.
Yeah.
Even the tiny ones can sing it. I think we have quite good productions, very international productions, and I think the combination with my voice that makes it, it's a unbeatable match in a certain way. And maybe these are ingredients for success.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that everybody can take the same receipt and will have a success. But we had it.
Yes.
We made it.
You had. And you have talked about Cherry Cherry Lady. We're not talk about this song because that was #1 in Germany and Spain. And from the album Let's Talk About Love. But who was Cherry? I mean, she was a lady, a beautiful one, but she was a lady dog. Isn't she a lady dog? Cherry? Who was Cherry?
No, that's not true.
Not true.
No,
okay. The thing I have read is not true. Okay, perfect. No.
No, very, very, very later. Then the song was published, and a dog was named by Sherry. But this was after the song was just released. And I don't know who Sherry Sherry Lady was. When I get these questions, I always say she is the sister of Brother Louis.
Okay. Oh my God, that's a title. Okay, thank you. And now we're going to talk about this, because your third album, Ready for Romance, and into this album we'll listen to a song that for me is so emotional, kind of gentle, lovely, because it's a tribute to a man who I think was a key piece for your music, a master, the Spanish producer, Luis Rodriguez. How did you meet him? How was to work with him?
And I know I met him because of Dieter, because Luis was the producer for Dieter. Louis, lived in these times in the 80s in Hamburg, and he owns a studio, and Dieter made his productions in the studio.
Yeah.
So the first time I was working with Dieter, it was the first time I met Louis.
Oh, yeah.
So as far as I know now, he is living on Mallorca, as far as I know. And I met him some years ago, somewhere in some place in the world.
Oh.
But he was the producer of Dieter, yes.
Yeah. From that came the Brother Louis song, right? Another fantastic hit from Mother Talking. Okay, I have another question from Mari Carmen the fan. Okay, Mari Carmen the fan, another question, the second one. Okay. Oh, Mari Carmen wants to know some funny anecdote, some funny moments. Do you remember some special, funny, very funny blooper, some kind of that moment from your recordings or in live shows or in the studio? Do you remember any funny moment?
Oh, I have tons of funny stories.
Just choose one or two.
Yeah, as I choose one, that was a bit embarrassing for me because I was invited in Chile, and I was, it was in the 80s, and I was flown with my band to Chile, and we came to the airport, and I don't know, thousands, 40, 50,000 people were waiting and screaming, and I was surprised because I didn't know that so many people know me in Chile. For us here in Europe, it's on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
And so I said to my manager, "Oh my God, what is this? They're waiting for me." But that wasn't true. They were waiting for Luis Miguel because he
No, that's worse.
And I said, okay.
You look alike. Something, yeah.
But in that times he was around about 15 or 16 or something like this, and he was, the smash in that time. And I thought, oh my God, all for me? No, it wasn't me.
Well, now if you travel to Chile now, I think everybody's going to now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some years later, I went there and the people were freaking out as well.
Yeah. Another song very important, number one in Europe. Atlantic is calling SOS for love. It was the fifth time you got to number one in Germany. Mm-hmm. That time, 1986, I think. Yeah. Talking about crossing seas, Mother Talking, enter the charts not only in Europe but in all around the world. South Africa, Israel, Canada, Japan, Chile, for example.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
How did you deal with fame when you get? I'm famous. Oh my God! How did you, as a person, deal with that fame? That word.
To be really honest, the first time I really reflected how successful Modern Talking and the music of Modern Talking was worldwide, I just reflected it when it was over the first time, because we were so in the process of working. We had 3 albums a year. Yep. We had 4 singles a year. So we were in between video shootings and promoting and traveling all over Europe, most part of it. And I had, some, when somebody said you're in the charts in Canada or you're in Vietnam, you entered the charts, it was just like a sidekick from the record company.
Yeah.
Because you have to think that I remember it was in German TV and we had a big show, and they have given to us, I think, more than 60 or 70 gold and platinum awards in one show.
Yeah. So
it was so big, and for your brain, it was very hard to reflect that you're all over the place, all over the world, so successful. And when I had the time to just think about it, after the first part of Modern Talking, I said, oh my God, is it true? I can't believe it. And even today when I'm doing my shows, before we had the pandemic, I had some shows in Vietnam and in Hanoi, and the people were singing to Brother Louis and Sherry Lady. It really touches me because I can't even, even to imagine today that this, fairy tale came true.
And now we are talking about when you were young, very, very young. You wanted to be a Schlager artist, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but here in Spain, we don't know nothing about that style of music. Schlager. What is a Schlager music? Can you explain it? Schlager.
No.
No,
yeah.
You have to say something.
This is so difficult because it changed a lot in Germany. So Schlager means typical German songs in German language.
Uh-huh.
You can't, but it's not correctly said, and it's a kind of country music what they have in America.
Oh, okay.
They have it in Germany.
Okay, perfect.
So, but these are, it's not exactly the same, but maybe you can compare it with that.
Okay.
So Schlager means very easy peasy lyrics with commercial melodies, and the German people, they can clap their hands and have fun.
My God, what a fantastic definition, very large, but above, fantastic definition. Okay, thank you. Oh, wait, more question from the fans, from Mari Carmen, more question. Okay, this is very good one. Do you have any artist or musician who has inspired you throughout your career?
Oh, yes. When at the very beginning, it was Barry Manilow.
Okay.
You maybe know him. He is huge in the States and in the UK. And, for the Spanish heart and soul, Copacabana, this is one of his biggest hits. And Mandy, so he inspired me a lot because when I was a kid, I only had the German Schlager we had on German TV. And friends of my parents, they visited the United States, and they brought me an album from Barry Manilow. Oh. And I thought, oh my God, this is a completely different type of music, and I like it. So first time in my life I heard about his name. And, since I'm listening to his music, and I love what he's doing. So this gives me inspiration in that times, yes.
Okay, we both have something in common, you and me. Yes, because I work in radio station, and I know you owe a lot to radio. Yes, because, the radio I heard when I was young, and this is true for my fans as well. When I was young, I was sitting on the stairs of my parents' home, listening to a radio station at night in summertime. That radio station was Radio Luxembourg.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't understand a word because I didn't speak in English that time, but for me it was magical. And what happened with that radio station when you were very young, Radio Luxembourg? Do you remember that? I think you do.
Yes, it was, Radio Luxembourg was like an icon in their times. We had this, normal radio from the government, the normal radio stations, but Radio Luxembourg was more younger. It was more open, the radio.
It doesn't exist. Yes, it doesn't exist right now.
Yes, it exists still.
It exists,
but not in that, not in that type. Because now we have a lot of private radio stations.
Okay, but what happened there? What happened in Radio Luxembourg? Tell us for everybody.
It was younger than all the other. It was the radio DJs were. Younger, it was a different type of talking. Yeah. It was different kind of music. Yeah. They brought to us, and it was, if you compare with the government radio, was kind of stiff, right. And Radio Luxembourg was pretty young and very modern. Yeah. But nowadays, there's so many radio stations, modern and new, and private stations, but it still exists. Radio Luxembourg still exists. And after all of this, we know RTL, the TV station, what the base from RTL was Radio Luxembourg.
Yeah, but I was wondering. I was asking you about this radio station because I have read that when you were young, they invited you to a contest, a song contest. and you didn't win.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, you mean yes, yes. It was yes. I was very young. I was.
Yeah.
Thank you
You don't
for
remember that?
for this bridge. I was 16,
Yeah.
16 or 17,
And you,
and
yeah.
yes,
You,
and yeah,
sorry. No, speak. Sorry.
and it was like a contest, yes,
Yeah.
and but I didn't make it. It was very funny because it was in my area, because where I live is pretty close to Radio Luxembourg, around about 150 kilometers away. So in very close to that area. And every Sunday they made a contest with new talents.
Yeah.
And in my hometown, I was one of them. And there were, 5 or 6 of them who had the chance to sing live on the radio. And all together, we've been 15 or 16 people, but they didn't chosen me.
Oh,
So I
no.
was out.
Yes.
And I didn't
But
understand that.
it's true or it isn't true that the jury of the contest offered you kind of the first record contract? Didn't
That's
they?
true.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, because this is what I know now, but when I was out, when I didn't get a place in this show, one day later, 2 people from the jury came to me and said, well, they're so sorry about that, but they believe in my talent and they want to give me a record contract.
Smart.
And what they told me 10 years later, Modern Talking was big, big, big. And we met each other and they said, these 2 guys gave me 0 points because they don't want to have me be a part in this contest, because they want to make a record contract with me personally.
Okay.
So they knocked me out. And I said, well, okay, I'm Modern Talking, so you're lucky guys. Otherwise, I would have killed you. But so everything is fine.
The prize was bigger. Okay.
Yeah.
There is something that you and me both don't have in common. Absolutely. The hair. Tell me.
Oh, yeah.
What is the secret for having a hair like Modern Talking members have? Hey,
Gene.
look
The
at me.
genes.
Look at this.
Yes.
This is a shame. Nobody, women or men, in music business in 80s had a glorious, incredible, fantastic haircut like you had. Do you remember? No, you have now, but that time was incredible.
That time.
Were you aware that many men were very envious of you? Many men envious of you because of that. Terrible.
I know from a lot of hairdressers, they say a lot of, young men came and said, I want to have the hair like Thomas Anders.
Okay.
And they said, but then you need hair like him, because he had a very good, strong hair quality. And this is, comes from my family. Maybe your father or whatever was bolded as you, and so you have no chance.
Well, the most important thing is the music, and the music is going to be 9 October in Within Center in Madrid because of the 20th happy birthday of Kiss FM is going to celebrate a party incredible. And now here we are, Thomas, some weeks before a unique night. Within Center is going to be full of people loving you, Thomas Anders, a Modern Talking band, and good friend Sandra as well. It will be an incredible party for Kiss FM, the 20th anniversary. Mari Carmen, the fan who wrote the questions, and with her, thousands of fans in Spain are watching this interview right now. So this is the moment for inviting them. Tell something, or even better, Thomas, sing something if you want to all of them in the form of an invitation, kind of an invitation. Could be words or singing.
No, I'm singing because I'm really battling with the cold. So my voice is not right clear. But what I can say, so you have to come to Madrid. You have to come to the show. It will be fantastic. We will have a great time, and so many people will join and dancing and celebrating the 80s, the 90s, and nowadays. It's like a big reflection, from the last decades. So give you and your people a chance, and I cross my fingers that you have a chance to come there, and I'm pretty sure you will love it.
Okay. Thank you very, very much, Thomas Anders, for being
with
us. And we can wait for that moment so special next 9 October. It will be so special and spectacular. The music of our life. And I'm going to say you in Spanish, bienvenido otra vez a España. Welcome back to Spain. And we have a spend a very, very good time here with you.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so.
Spanish. Perfect. Bye bye, friend.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Esto es Kiss.
Lo mejor de los 80 y los 90 hasta hoy.
Esto